Alright, we're back with TMNT Best of 1, and we got a double rare pack to choose from here. We have Leonardo Cutting Edge. This is the rare Leonardo. So this is a 2-mana 1/1 with 1 mana Sneak, lifelink, and when you gain life, put a counter on him. This card gets out of control pretty quickly, especially if you sneak it in. There's a lot of weird life gain synergies in the Ninja deck. And then we also have Slash, Reptile Rampager, 5 mana 7/5 Alliance, and whenever another creature enters, I deal 2 damage to each opponent, and when he attacks, he makes a 2/2 mutant. Both of these cards are really good. I've already done red-white aggro, and this definitely goes in the red-white aggro deck. I haven't done black-white sneak, and this card is really good in it. I think Slash is probably better. I'm going to take Leonardo to just do something different. Also, I don't like taking Slash. I've been passing Oatmeal Pizza and Zog. This pack is super stacked for red, and we're basically taking the only white card, as Foot Ninjas is the only other one. So I'm pretty happy taking Leonardo Cutting Edge. Crag and Shredder is a 6 mana 6/7. When it enters or attacks, each opponent exiles from the top of their library until they hit a non-land. Being event step, permanent left the battlefield, cast a card for free from it. This is one of the off-color hybrid cards, so I talked in my guide about this. There are 5 only cards that are the off-color hybrids from the non-5 main pairs in this set. They are all hybrid like this, where you could technically play them in blue or black or both. It's better to play them in one or the other. And we're already looking at being white-black ninjas, so this is just basically a black card for us. I have no intention to play islands unless we're going to go into a different deck and not play Leonardo at all. Because we could be like blue-green with this, or blue-red with this, if we wish. But here I'm going to take an anchovy and banana pizza, which I hate saying with all of my heart, but it is a very strong card. It's a 4 mana, sorcery speed, destroy a creature. It has to destroy a creature. This is a super relevant piece of this card. If there is only your creatures in play, you must choose one of your own creatures. So just beware of, trying not to kill your own stuff, but this card can do that to you. It doesn't go perfectly in the ninja deck. It's more for the black-green deck, but it's just such an efficient removal spell that I'm not too worried about passing, finding a home in my deck. High Flying Ace is a ninja card, but it's a little slow. 3 mana 2/3 flying is fine, but there's a lot of deal 3s in this format. Genghis Frog is crazy. If I wanted to just pivot to green-blue, I could take Genghis Frog, but I don't really want to. When it enters, tap a permanent, gets +1/+0 and haste. Jeez. For equip 1? It's a pretty crazy frickin' equipment. +1/+0 and haste, and enters and taps a permanent. You could tap a land. Other options, we have the sneak. Whenever you deal combat damage to a player, draw a card and lose a life. And the disappear lifelink. When it enters, if you disappear, make a ninja. I'm going to take skateboard here. I think it's very strong. Really good with Krang and Shredder. If I have 7 mana, play it, get its trigger, attack, get its trigger. Well, it has to be from your control this turn, so it's a little harder to trigger this on the turn it came down, but Krag and Shredder is great post-combat. You don't play it, and you attack, and you hope that they have something where they're going to block, or they kill your creature if it's attacking, and then afterwards you play this and get its trigger and be able to cast something. I could take Foot Headquarters here, gain a life for Leonardo. I could take the Ninja Cavalry as a white card that makes 2 1/1s. That's pretty good for sneaking stuff in. I don't like Pain 101. And the Saki Shredder Rising is decent. I'm going to take 2 creatures here. I know it's a white-red card, but we're playing as a white card. Second Skateboard. Stomped by the Foot seems pretty great as a way to trigger our things leaving the battlefield. Don't really want a second Skateboard. Omni Cheese Pizza. When it enters, draw a card. Pay 1 and sack it. Get any color. We could also take a Foot Headquarters, but I think Stomp by the Foot is too good to pass. Make Your Move is okay. I don't like Point Squad generally. Even in the red-white deck, it's a little slow. Maybe we'll take Make Your Move here. It blows up something big, and there's plenty of big things we want to blow up. Action News Crew is pretty fun, but I think this is our ninja pick here. Pretty good off the sneak. We're going to need a couple ways to sneak things in. Action News Crew is pretty good for getting things into play off of Sneak. Interesting choice. I think I'm still going to take the... There's going to be a lot of X1s running around. This card's so difficult to evaluate. I'm going to take the News Crew. It's just more consistent. More Omni Cheese pizzas? No thanks. It does give me a way to get Disappear online for Krang and Shredder. You know, it costs 0 mana, basically, to sacrifice this, because you pay 1 and you get 1 back out of it. 1/1 Death Touch is nice. It's a good thing that people don't want to block, and then you get to sneak off of it. Target player discards 2 cards. Target player draws 2. You gain and you lose 2, or draws 2 and loses 2. I do like that's target player. You can make your opponent draw 2 to have them lose 2, and sometimes that is enough to win the game. I'll take the Foot Mystic here, I guess. I'm not playing it, almost certainly. Although it is a lifelinker for Leonardo. I'll take Pain 101 just to signal. Omni Cheese Pizza. I'm probably not playing 2 of these. Enters and draws a card, right? Yeah, it's not bad. Northampton Farm is a pretty fun one. It taps for colorless, and for 1, you tap it, exile a creature you currently own, and then you can sacrifice this land and return a creature exiled with this land to the battlefield, and return all the rest to your hand. So you can basically use this as a way to, save your creatures over the course of a game. Anytime something would die that you don't want to die, you just exile it under this instead, and then eventually you cash this in to put a card into play and go from there. Unfortunately, we have Death in the Family here and Paramecia. I think these are both better than the land. Leonardo Big Brother is also very important, but I think Death in the Family is what I'm going to take here. It's just so efficient. There's also a Stomp by the Foot. This pack is just stacked for us, but I think the Hampton Farm is fine, but not really for us. This card's for us. When Sally enters, create X/2/2 mutants, where X is the number of non-token creatures you control. And when she attacks, put a 1/1 counter on everything. This card is absurd top end. So our top end is just getting better and better, which makes all this early game removal we took really impressive. Paramecia, mill 3, when it dies, exile it, put a creature on top. Pretty good. We also have the Swamp Cycler, which is like fine. Action News Crew, Leonardo. We haven't picked up on Leonardo yet, but I think here... Paramecia, exile it, and put a creature on top. We're not going to have a ton of creatures, actually. It's kind of my concern. I'm going to take Leonardo here. They get picked up pretty quick, and he's pretty absurd. So... Ooh, the Katana. This is one of the cards I was looking for. Whenever a ninja enters, you may equip this to it, which is like everything in our deck except for Sally Pride and Action News Crew. But that's not what really matters. What matters is whenever this creature deals combat damage, untap it and gain 2 life. This goes crazy. It's just so efficient, and I am going to take it. I got blown out by it in our first game with it. +2/+1 when it enters, attack it, and then you can sacrifice a non-land permanent to move it. Is that better than just a squirrel and Lanoids? We really only care about sacrificing for exactly Krang and Shredder. I think here I'm just going to take a Squirrelanoids and have another 1/1 Death Toucher to roll with. We have a Filcher here. For Ninja-ing, we have Leonardo as our Ninja Matters cards. It's also decent with the Katana as an evasive flyer. I'm going to take it here. There's plenty of room for us to pick up better ninjas, and I think it's a lot better than taking Big Sister. Cool but Rude is fun. Whenever you attack, discard a card, draw a card. Whenever you discard a card, deal 2 damage, and then when it becomes level 3, you do more stuff. Wow. I can't believe red is open after what we passed pack 1. How is Zog and Raphael still in this pack? I'll take my card. Shredder's Revenge. Just keep signaling Black-White is closed for business. See, now we're getting 8th pick, Death in the Family, or Grounded for Life. We're just going to be able to kill every small thing that is played. How do we kill big things? Does that mean we take Grounded for Life here? Because it destroys anything. No, I still think Death in the Family is so much more efficient that I'd rather have that. And look, we wheeled the Paramecia, so I'm not even too worried about that. Bot Bashing Time wheeling. What the heck? That's just not right. The card's so good. April's fine. but bot bashing time is really good. Foot Elite is actually quite nice for our deck. Whenever this creature attacks, another creature gets +1/+0 and indestructible. Gives us a way to get Krang and Shredder online without having to risk it. We could take the Swamp Cycler here. A little bit more top end. Or we could just take a Paramecia #2. They do kind of work well together. I'll take this for my collection for standard, I guess. I don't know. Pain 101 number like 8 we've seen this draft. Point Squad number like 12 we've seen this draft. Ooh, Rat King. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield, create a 1/1 and put a 1/1 counter on him. And then sack 3 rats, return target creature card, and all cards with the same name from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is basically every turn make a 1/1 and put a 1/1 counter on him unless this is dealt with. And it's a 2-drop, so it goes pretty hard, pretty fast. And remember, Disappear works with Sneak, so we'll keep that in mind. Oh my gosh, this is like one of the highest win rate commons in a long time. It's hard to understand how impactful this card is. This is a 4-mana 2/1 that enters and makes a 2/2 and immediately puts a 1/1 counter on either the 2/2, it, or another creature you control. Then, every time a creature enters, it puts another 1/1 counter on things. This card gets so out of hand so fast, and especially if you enter and put the 1/1 counter on the 3/3, or on the 2/2 to make it a 3/3, it's a 4-mana 2/1 that makes a 3/3 that you have to kill the 2/1. So you just end up with a 3/3 afterwards for 4 mana after they had to use a removal spell on it, which is just pretty absurd. Tainted Treats, really strong. That's like the black-green core uncommon in my opinion. This pack is terrible for us. We have a Hamato Guardian Stance, which is basically unplayable. Tunnel Rats, which is, it's not very good. And a Pain 101, and an Omni Cheese Pizza, which I already have 2 of. I'll take the Rats here, I guess. Pretty far from splashability. We have very little fixing. And be sad about it. Oh, Prehistoric Pet. This creature can't be blocked by creatures of greater power, and you can return another creature you control to your hand. So what you can use this for is just, this is every turn trigger Disappear, and re-trigger enter the battlefield effects. So you can just play this and then just keep holding up the 2 mana to bounce whatever you play. Really good with like Squirrelanoids to replay it, because it's just 1 mana to replay it. Featherbrain Filter will make a food every time you bounce it. And then for our ninjas, it's also protection. This card basically has to be removed. It just does it all. Oh my gosh, a second Rat King. I mean, I'm taking it because he has to die. I wish he wasn't legendary, but he's a rare, so I can't even be mad about it. Splinter's fine. It's not even very good in our deck. We don't have a ton of ninjas. Squirrelanoid's not a ninja. I mean, I can just count. I think I have 4. I have 6 ninjas. That's more than I thought I did. 1, 2. Oh, I picked up the warrior. That's right. Not a ninja. 3, 4, 5. Doesn't matter. I'm taking the Rat King. It's so obviously what I'm taking. Okay, Stomp by the Foot just got a lot better, and I want it anyway. It would have been the pick regardless. I like Eastwind Avatar, but Stomp by the Foot for sure is our pickup. 3rd Skateboard we've seen this draft. Jeez. Makes me regret taking the first one, but I don't think I'm playing any of the cards I'm taking here. The Rat is funny because he does, Rat King returns all cards with the same name, so I could get back multiple Tunnel Rats, which is pretty fun. I think it's better. I don't know. Foot Mystic, which I don't really want, but I'll just take it. We're not really worth signaling at this point. We're on the wheel. Foot Ninjas is actually a pretty nice pickup. The Disappear enters with a 1/1 counter on a Death Toucher. A 4-mana 4/4 Death Toucher is fine. A 4-mana 3/3 Death Toucher is fine. Foot Ninja is entering, gaining 3 life, and if you sneak this in on a good target, it's a pretty big blowout. Beginning of your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield this turn, scry 1. Maybe. I don't have a copy of this, so maybe that's a consideration. Hey, look, like Pain 101 number 8 that we've seen this draft. Immediately a 2nd Insectoid Examiner. Or Exterminator, sure. Return to the Sewers last card is kind of nuts. I don't even want to pass that. Alright. Black-White Ninjas, we're doing the thing. It's a pretty strong deck in this format, and we got the rares for it. So let's see how we want to build it. This is going to be a tough one to build. A lot of cuts. One of the things I like to do is I sometimes will take all the cards I know for sure I'm playing when I have a really high-quality deck like this, and just put them to the side of, like, these cards are all going in, and see what's left. So, like, I'm not playing this. double Stomp by the Foot, double Rat King, double Death in the Family, Leonardo, my pack one, pick one, Katana, Pet, Filcher, Skateboard maybe is a cut. We'll figure it out. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards. So I get 8 or 9 of these remaining cards. For removal in this pile, we have double Death in the Family, double Stomped by the Foot, Anchovy, and Banana Pizza. So our removal package is actually quite nice. I'm a fan of seeing that. I think having a Swamp Cycler is going to be nice. It's just a way to kind of make our deck a little more consistent. Foot Elite, Insectoid, Exterminator. Like, what synergizes well with what we're doing? Leonardo goes great with all of the rats we're making off of the Rat King. Play the Rat King, and then immediately try to do tricky things with it. Cavalry. Pizza's actually kind of cute in this deck as a way to trigger Disappear to get the Rat King going, right? I'm a fan of having options for that. And I think the double Squirrel Annoyance just got to be in the deck as early game interactive play. So now we have 46 cards minus the 17. I mean, I can just get rid of these lands to make my life easier here for counting. Okay, we have 29 cards. We need to get down to 23 or 24. So these 3, 6, 7, 8 cards, I get to keep 3 or 4 of them. And cut 5. Cutting 5 would be a 24 land deck, or a 24-16. Krang and Shredders are only top end at 6. We have plenty of early game. Yeah, this might be a 16 lander. Okay, so we need to cut 5 of these cards here. Make your move as a way to blow up an artifact or enchantment. We don't have any way to do that right now. And 4 or greater power kind of helps us with our mana value 3 or less, because a lot of the things with 4 or greater aren't going to be mana value 3 or less, so it kind of complements that well. So I'll play the extra removal. And then Skateboard's the one I'm a little bit unsure of if I want to play or not. It is nice off a lot of our cards to immediately be able to turn around and give them haste. Sally Pride with haste is pretty absurd because she enters and then when she attacks, puts a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So I'm actually kind of talking myself into the Skateboard. Also, Stomp by the Foot can sacrifice an artifact, so that is another thing for us to be able to do. I think double Tunnel Rats is going to be good with all of our sacrificing kind of effects, so we'll play that there. So if we cut these 4 cards, we're down to 25, so we need 1 cut from the remainder, and I'm going to look at my curve now. So let's get all these 1s on the one side, and then 2s. Just more early game good for this deck for sure. Mighty Mutimals is a 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 6. This sneaks for 4, which is absurd. 5, 5. Okay, here's our curve out. Our top end's a little light, especially when you consider Foot Ninja comes in a turn earlier and Leonardo comes in ideally on turn 1, or for 1 mana, right? But it's not a 1-drop. So we get 1 cut from this. Could be one of the rats. I actually like the Ninja Cavalry's better than the rats as extra like creatures on the board. And Omni Cheese Pizza actually seems like it's going to be pretty great in this deck. Yeah, I'll cut a rats. All right, and then we'll just add back in our colors. 10 and 13. It counts a blue and a black. Oh, it counts as half. So it's really 14 and 11. This seems pretty close to a 50-50 because I'm lighter on white, but all my early game is pretty white heavy. Well, actually, pretty black heavy, actually. I still think it's 8 and 8, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a Swamp Cycler to help us go get specifically the Swamp, since that's a little heavier what we are, and we're a little heavier in black. And then we have the Cheese Pizza to help us with the white. And that's our deck. A little bit of Black-White Ninja Sneak. If you're a fan of watching these drafts, TMNT, or anything else, I'd really appreciate if you like, subscribe to all the stuff. Let's jump right into our first game. Prehistoric Pet into Omni Cheese Pizza. Not the best opener here, but I think I gotta keep it. Prehistoric Pet's crazy. And we have a 1-2 that draws us a card, and we're on the draw. Okay, land is pretty bad, but it does get us to Shredder. Keep in mind, if we keep the pizza around, on turn 6 we'll get to do Shredder things. But we could also just play the Verminster. Let's go to combat for 1. They did not remove the pet, so I don't get my disappear trigger, but I'm kind of fine with that. Biological assets, huh? Before we play a land, let's see what we draw. We could draw a 1-drop of Beaver Color, but we want to play. Or we could just play a skateboard. That's pretty fun. And, of course, I'm going to tap their permanent. I'm not blocking because it has first strike on their turn. I might as well get in for my 2. This card's pretty nuts. Attacks, discard, draw. Getting rid of bot bashing time against this board is kind of insane. Second bot bashing time. Never mind. Okay, well, land's pretty bad, but I'll equip the pet with the skateboard and radically go for 2. In 2 turns, we're going to be able to sack the cheese pizza, make a mana of any color, play Shredder, cast a spell off the top for free. So we're just kind of in a get to turn 6 waiting room here. I didn't discard Baxter. Okay. It gives it +3/+0 and first strike. Interesting. This is an instant, right? I may need to just murder Baxter by sacrificing my skateboard. So we're going to just pass. This is at combat. Yeah. Alright, let's see what they do here. Next turn we get to do Shredder. Krang and Shredder, so hopefully that's enough. Metalhead. Sacrifice an artifact. Put a 1/1 counter on Metal Hand. He gains Menace and Haste. Didn't leave up red to sack the artifact. Okay. Let's see what they target. I assume it's Prehistoric Pet. Ain't nothing I can do about it. In response, I'm going to kicker kill Baxter, because he represents way too much damage. And I will keep the pet. Resolve. Pass. They can discard and draw. We do go to 9 here, and Metalhead can sacrifice some artifacts to put 1/1 counters and give himself Menace. Alright. We gotta hope this is gonna be good enough. We're gonna go land. Sacrifice this to have 1 mana of any color. We'll make blue. Doesn't need to be blue, but I'm just doing it because it's fun. And we now have the disappear trigger for Shredder. So whatever we hit here, we get to cast for free. Okay. So we're now insulated from Menace. 6/7's very large. Yeah, go straight for the 5. I think we do need to double block. And if they have a way to pump this, like give it +3/+0, make it a 0/1 with... Okay, couldn't have attacked anyway. I do draw a card here. Foot Ninjas is pretty decent. So we're going to go Prehistoric Pet, Mighty Mutimals. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. They've gotten an extra 1/1 counter. Put it on the 3/3. We're absolutely taking a hit. Oh, actually, that 1/1 counter was really big. Not having a 4/4 here to block the 3/1 first strike is a problem. Yep. Discard and draw. I double block. They get to kill one or the other. Funny enough, they could just kill Prehistoric Pet. Okay. We're not dead. Especially since Foot Ninjas gains us 3 life when it enters here. Land. Foot Ninjas gain 3 life. Is it better to just keep up Prehistoric Pet or play the 1/1 Death Touch? I think the 1/1 Death Touch is actually better. Because it means they have to have a artifact to sacrifice to Metalhead to give it Menace. Okay, bot bashing time is annoying. You got another removal spell here? Surely not. Okay. No attacks. Pass. We can now protect the Squirrelinoids. Alright. Goodbye, board. They can sacrifice one of these artifacts to force me to trade off my board. They don't like doing that. This is instant speed. Interesting. I'm just going to pass. Doesn't seem like they have good draws here either. But I'm a little safe from Metalhead. That's a really good pickup. I can now start bouncing this every turn to make 1/1s. No attacks, obviously. I can double block and then bounce. Deal 3 damage to target creature. Okay. And it costs 5 mana to do that. Yep. Bouncing or targeting the 1/1? Death Touch? Weird. Oh, activate only during your turn. Gross. Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna kicker. Try to kill this. They're gonna... In response... I mean, is this even worth it? No. I just let it resolve. Because what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to double block Metalhead. Metalhead can be a max of a 7/7. So if I sack my whole board here... Yeah. Interesting. Pass. Do this. Interesting. I lose my creatures either way, right? Pass to damage. So they might sacrifice the Ninja Cavalry here. Nope. Alright, we have to stomp by the foot Metalhead now. -5, -5. Goodbye, pet. We have plenty of great draws. But Metalhead finally dies, but we're facing down 2 1/1s. Drawing a land here is devastating. I would take basically any other card in my deck. I struggle to think of a card in my deck that's not good here. Facing down 2 1/1s. Yeah, they can sack a 1/1 in response, but it doesn't change anything. And if you're thinking, why didn't I sack one of the 1/1s that was blocking Metalhead? You see how it has 4 damage? If I had done that, it would have 5 damage marked, and then they can sack a 1/1 and it would live. Oh, land. I knew I was drawing a land. Alright. Yeah. It was a good run, but... Did they draw land? Land? Okay, whatever. Well, all that play, all that fun thinking for drawing land. Quintessential Katana. Alright, that is a card if it doesn't help me. They also are drawing land. Warthog. I live. Because the Katana. Oh wait, no. This is a trigger. It doesn't give it lifelink. So I died to damage before I get my trigger. Yep. Alright. Well, land when they had 2 1/1s for both of us is winning for them for sure. Oh well. We played really well. Couple things went wrong for us, clearly, in that game. The biggest one being kind of missing with Krang and Shredder after drawing, flooding for the early part of that game. We kept that 4-lander with intent to just eventually hit Krang and Shredder, and we just drew a lot of lands, so... Life goes on, move on to the next one. Filcher immediately into Leonardo and replay it with a skateboard. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Does mean we're a little land tight, but who cares? I have Leonardo on turn 2. is about as good as it gets. Give me my 1. It only does 1, but I'm playing a 3-drop for 1 mana here. And getting a food out of it. Any land gives us Mighty Mutimals on turn 4. Preferably a black land. And we can always crack foods for life if we want to start being efficient that way. They're Manhole Missiling, Grounded for life, sure. Oh, well, a land is not bad. I am going to tap that permanent. Skateboard. Get a damage in, why not? And then Mighty Mutimals comes down next turn. I'm going to start putting counters on the Filcher. Do eventually need to draw a black source, but... that gets Death in the Family pretty nicely. But I'm still playing Mighty Mutimals here. Putting a counter on my Filcher. And attacking with the Filcher. They are gonna have to deal with this flyer. And against white-red, I'm not feeling too worried about, protecting my hand. And my life total is going to be pretty high, because we're going to get another food eventually from this Filcher. Go, Ninja, go! My 2-1. Remember how I said it's like a 4-mana 3-3 that... Wow. Double removal spell, huh? Alright. I get another food. All of my creatures that I play are going to have haste down the line here. Oh, I would love to get in for an additional damage, but I think I just gotta play Doe Warthog. It's just big in here. Keep up an additional blocker for Leonardo. Oh, that's pretty annoying, but not good enough. A lot of choices here on how I can do this. I think I like equipping the skateboard here, and then just swinging with the team. And Death in the Family is an instant, so depending on how they block, I'm taking everything off the board here. Yep. But then I kill Leonardo. I lose my 2-2 for their 2-2. They lose their 5-4. And I'm going to equip the skateboard. Also, I'm not cracking these foods, and the reason I'm not cracking these foods is I have double Vermeister in my deck, and I want to be able to trigger those when I get them. Neutrinos! When they attack, exile a creature, and then return to the battlefield tapped and attacking. Okay. This is instant speed, sack, and make a 1-1. Alright, we're going to have to be careful of that. Squirrelinoids. I'm not giving that haste. I want extra damage. I'm not trading with a 1-1 with it. I will... Is it even worth it to play the Squirrelinoids to just have it die to them sacrificing Mouser Foundry? I unironically think it's not worth it. I think they're going to have to use this inefficiently. Raphael is a good draw. Because now they have the damage to kill my Warthog. What? Oh, returns tapped and attacking. Interesting. That's 5 damage. I have foods on foods on foods here. That's a great draw. I could take a Mouser off the board by playing this. Like one of the Mousers. I could play this, equip. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth the extra damage to get through or take the 1-1 off the board. I think I'd rather take the 1-1 off the board. So I'm going to equip it to this one. Go to combat. Sure. Get in for 5. Play the Squirrelinoids. And I'm not worried about dying, so I might as well equip the Ninja Cavalry in case they play something that's going to enter with haste. They need an answer to Warthog, and 3 damage doesn't do it. Point Squad doesn't do it. It enters tapped and attacking. Yeah, I'm at 14, and I have double food to sacrifice, so I'm really at 20. Because they're not dealing 14 to me this turn. This is another. So even if they exile this and have it come at me attacking, it's a 2-1. Oh, they gain a damage this way and a 1-1 counter. Cute. Oh, hey. It's Krang and Shredder that I can't cast because I don't have double block still somehow. Together, these take out Warthog. So they kind of have to double block the Warthog and then take 3. Seems good. They just die to Warthog otherwise. And Warthog cleans this up. They go to 3. They Mouser 1. Man, not drawing a swamp yet is pretty brutal here. I might have to crack one of these foods just to stay safe. But they can crack the Mouser Foundry, kill the Squirrelinoids, make a 1-1, trigger Neutrinos. Neutrinos attacks and hits me for 3. Oh, we're just going straight to combat. I am going to sacrifice 1 food here. This is instant speed, so they can do it after I've declared attacks to make it so that they have a 1-1 to block with. Make your move. Artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. Cute. Well, I'm just going to pass them. If they want to use the Mouser Foundry here at instant speed, oh, they should have. That's crazy. Mighty Mutinimals. Alright, well, we can kill the Neutrinos now. Yeah, this gets out of hand pretty quickly. But they don't have the Mouser anymore. Oh, I can't. I have to wait for the 1-1 counter. Neutrinos. They go to combat. We destroy this thing. And we force them into double blocking. Or we force them into blocking with at least 1. They can keep the Mutinimals around. Protection spell? What is a protection spell in this format? I don't think there is one. For white-red. Pass. My turn. Swamp. Oh, baby. That's awesome. I get 2 triggers with this because I'm going to give it haste. They might have destroy target tapped creature. That's a fair consideration, actually. We hit Crag. I mean, I'm going for it. I'm basically putting them on. They have to have exactly destroy target tapped creature. And they don't have a Mouser, so they have to double block. Or they have to block Krang and Shredder, and I can put them to 1 by attacking the Squirrelinoids as well. And we get another trigger. They shouldn't block, actually, is kind of what the funny thing is here. And we hit Dimensional Exile. I mean, I'm playing Crag. Oh, wait, they have to block, right. And then I get to cast Crag for free. Hello? Oh, under your control. Right. They shouldn't block the Squirrelinoids. Raphael, Most Attitude. Menace. When a creature you control enters, exile the top card of your library. When it attacks until end of turn, you may play a card exiled with Raphael. That's fun. Crag, however, is about to just win the game here, though. They have to double block. Funny enough, yeah, they had to use Mouser Foundry to kill one of my 1-1s, so they have a second blocker. But this is just so over. Crag and Shredder goes so hard. Alright. Turns out if we draw our bombs and play them, we win. Alright, game in 3. We're 1-1. I have 1-drop, 2-drop, rare. This is nuts. Fear my 1-drop. We're going to try and get Leonardo online literally this turn. Just with cutting edge. Raphael. Alright, I dare you to block. Oh, you don't want to block? Wrong choice. The life gain begins. Hey, look. The Squirrelinoids are back. What do you do about this? Oh, that actually helps quite a bit, doesn't it? Prehistoric Pet. That is a good card, not good right now. We're going to play the Ninja Cavalry first. Why, you ask? It's so that when the Squirrelinoids becomes Leonardo is even larger. Bam. 4. It would have been 2 instead. Next turn I can just play the pet. Start bouncing Ninja Cavalry. Okay. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact. Make a token that's a copy of this. Gross. Yeah, you're not attacking. We knew that. It does mean it kills Leonardo. Just to be safe, I'll play the Prehistoric Pet first. And then I'm going to swing for 5. I assume they're trading. Kind of fine with that. Wow. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. I'm always killing the 3/4 here. I couldn't have killed both if I wanted to. But we're going to play that and pass. Stop drawing lands would be great. I literally don't have another card bigger than 6, so at this point, every land I draw is bad. Sure, make Raphael a 2/3. It seems like there may be color Brood. And if that's the case, they're going to have a bad time. Alright, well, Crag and Shredder's pretty decent. Return a creature you control to your hand only during your turn. Okay. This one and this one. I assume they say no blocks. Trying to get in for a free damage here with the Ninja Cavalry because they might be afraid of a combat trick. And they can't stop ninjutsu-ing anyway. Alright, I will bounce the Cavalry. You got me. You read my bluff. I'll just replay the Cavalry. And next turn we play Crag and Shredder. And we are going to just attack with basically everything but Leonardo and the pet before playing Shredder, with the full intent that they take a 1/1 off the board for us, so we have a disappear trigger. They really need whatever their second color is. Given the colors that we've seen and the cards we've seen, I assume it's white. This seems very much like a red-white aggro deck, but they about to just lose the game right here. I assume they block a 1/1. Awesome. You know what's better than ninjutsuing? Getting a card off the top of your library for free. It is blue. Can't attack unless you control an artifact. I have an artifact. Cool. They would have top decked an island. Oh, so sad. Couldn't be me. Alright, I'm gonna play this land. I'm gonna go to combat. 2 attackers. This, and this. Rarg. Give me another card. Ooh. Lame. The Mouser. If I bounce this, it goes to their hand, which obviously I don't want to do. So first of all, I think this Squirrelinoids should be my ninja. And second of all, I'm going to bounce the Ninja Cavalry and then replay the Squirrelinoids, and then make the 2/2 off of Shredder and Crag. Win the game. Alright. Hey look, 1-drop, 2-drop. Technically a 3-drop, but it could be a 1-drop for us. I'm going to play this. Let's see what they do. Go to combat with Squirrelinoids. It's actually Leonardo. And then replay the Squirrelinoids. Easy peasy. Next turn we can play the Cheese Pizza or exile something relevant. Oh, that I'm just going to stomp by the foot for sure. You didn't want that, right, opponent? I don't need to kicker it. Go away. Swing for 3. Yeah, this card's absurd. If one or more 1/1 counters will be put on a creature, it gets an additional 1. And when it enters, it makes the mutagen token. This could be the black-green uncommon, destroy a creature or artifact thing. Oh, they have their own death in the family, sure. Well, land is not bad. Alright, well, land is really not bad now. Let's try and hit one. Oh, wow, it knew I needed a white up. I was going to say I actually want to keep black up so that I can play death in the family if I draw planes, but that worked out really well. Not hitting a land is going to be a big deal, though. Ugh, Michelangelo. Okay, land. Mana value 3 or less. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. No reach. I have no reason to attack with anything. I literally want to go land here. So, yeah, that's concerning. But we do have a 1/1 Death Touch to help us out against Michelangelo. Each creature you control can't be blocked by more than one creature. Yeah, this needs to go. Why does he look like that, by the way? Why is he looking at me this way? I don't like it. It's a weird look he's giving. Illegitimate business, okay. You have your double block. I wish I had double block. Okay, that dies to death in the family. Yeah, no thanks. Just get that out of here. Pass. Trade with my 1/1 Death Touch, I dare you. Land is amazing. Sally Pride is here. Make 2 2/2s. Oh, 3. She counts herself? Absurd. Cool. If Sally Pride untaps and attacks, I win the game. Oh, that's the fight one, right? Alright. Sally Pride doesn't get to tap and attack. Boo. Alright. What does this end up being? It's plus... What is this? +1/+1 and trample. Squirrelinoids. That's actually really annoying. We got Krang and Shredder. Alright. No! Not that one. I want to make a mana. Ugh, my heart. Make a blue. Play Krang and Shredder. I have my Disappear. I get a free card from them. Look at the top 8 cards of your library. Wow, this is their rare. Oh my goodness. No attacks. Look at the top 8 cards of your library. Put up to 2 creature cards with total mana value 6 or less. Total mana value 6 or less from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom. I will cast that for free. I will put the Rat King and Tunnel Rats into play. Missing out on Anchovy and Banana Pizza and Death in the Family. A little bit of removal that we're not going to get, but the Rat King now is going to go pretty crazy. I just want things to die now, so that the Rat King can just do Rat King things. So what we're going to start doing here is attacking with all of our excess creatures. And if they kill anything off, we get a Rat King trigger. Doop, 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 doop. Not sure why they did that one. Play my land and pass. Make a 1/1. It's a ninja rat. It's cute. Look at him. Why is he like that? Kind of goes tough. He says, stop. You are violating the law. I will play my Tunnel Rats. It seems like they're flooding too, but my board is so much better than theirs. Sacrifice 3 rats. Oh, he can sacrifice himself. Return target creature card and all other cards with the same name. I could get Sally Pride back? Oh, I could just do this to get a Krag and Shredder trigger? Or should I just do this and get Sally Pride right now? Yeah, I think Sally Pride is just better. 1, 2, 3. Make 4 2/2s. Okay, you kill Shredder. Sally Pride's actually your problem, if you weren't aware. Because I'm going to go to combat and attack with everything. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. That's a lot of damage. I should have actually played my creatures first, so I get an extra 1/1 counter. I just there's nothing they could have there that stops that, unless they prevent Sally Pride from attacking. So it doesn't matter if I play my creature, basically. Alright, bombs be bombing. Yep, that seems like a pretty good opening hand to me. Play Ninja Cavalry, follow up with the Rat King, or make your move, depending on what they do. 1-drop? My land. You wouldn't tap my land. I tap the skateboard. That's fair. Well, that 1-drop would have been a lot better last turn, but I'm going to play 2 1/1s. You should be very, very afraid. I'm afraid. Block one of these. Damn it. Well, I'm still going to play the Rat King here. It's 2 mana efficient not to. We have a make your move. I could blow up my own 1/1 to get a disappear trigger. Seems pretty bad. I assume I'm going to need to use my move on whatever dumb 4-drop they play here. Show me just some mythic 4-drop that doesn't have an ETB but has like a, if you don't deal with this you die, and then I kill it with make your move. Retro Mutation. It's a turtle now. Kind of funny. Okay, that was your whole turn. Take 3. Deal. Guac and marshmallow pizza. Give a creature +2/+2. Sure. Oh no, my cavalry has died. I'm heartbroken by this exchange. A card was a cornerstone of my deck. Whatever will I now do? Oh, I should have blown this up in response. Ew, it's really gross actually. Make it 2/2. Just deciding if I want to blow up the blimp. Or if I want to release Rat King from, free him from the reel. I think I'm just going to pass. It's not very mana efficient, but it is what I want to do. I'm going to play Skateboard. I'm going to tap. And then in response, they're going to crew. They didn't crew. This can't attack. Alright. We'll make this a 2/2. Go to combat, swing for 3. We're chipping them down, but they have a food in play. We're still saving make your move here. And destroy target artifact. No blimping in my house. Get out of here with that blimping. So if we draw a land, deal 1 to me, sure. Ninjutsu, I don't care. Donatello. Create a token copy of an artifact. Ew. Make a second skateboard? Oh, second marshmallow pizza. Okay. And untap him. Then replay the frog. Alright, well I play a land. I go to combat and I swing with both. I'm threatening to ninjutsu, obviously. But I'm actually not. I wanted to disappear. Give me a good card. What is that? Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+0. 5, create a token copy of another target artifact you control. It gains haste and sacrifice at the next end step. I mean, I will make this. I can make copies of Skateboard to tap things on their turn. I can also make just copies of 1/1s, I guess. Fugitive Droid. And Michelangelo Weirdness to 11. That's scary. This is quite the deck you've got here, dude. Holy. It's Shredder. Where? This is only when it enters. And we didn't use the mutagen token, huh? This is a blue to sacrifice? Okay, so we're going to want to use Stomped by the Foot. This doesn't work. I'm just deciding how I want to do this. I'm one short of being able to use the Chrome Dome. So I don't think I'm chroming or doming. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They do kill Shredder, but I have answers. Let's see what we hit. Let's see how they want to do this. 2, 3, when it enters, make a mutagen. It's pretty good. They may be thinking if they don't block, I don't get my Crag and Shredder trigger. Saved by the shell. Alright, well that I'm... Oh, but then I don't get my 2-3. My 2-3. Do I just let this die and get my 2-3? It's actually really annoying. Okay. So I think what I actually do here is I kicker this, sacrificing the Rat King, keeping all my artifacts around, but then I still get my disappear trigger, so that I get to cast. I might as well move the skateboard over to the Chrome Dome, go to my end step. I will cast this for free. Mutagen is sorcery speed though, but that's fine because it means next turn I have an easy way to trigger Krang and Shredder. 1/1 unblockable. I'm terrified. I can also make a copy of the mutagen and then sacrifice just the copy. They have a lot of health, remember, right? Double pizza on board. So now we have infinite disappear, because what we'll do is we'll make a copy of another target artifact, which is my mutagen token. Sacrifice the one that's going to be sacrificed anyway. Okay, land's annoying. So what we do, I want another mutagen, please. I will sacrifice the new mutagen to make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't kill this now. I shall move the skateboard here and then swing for 10. And I get a fresh new card, which is Sewer Valence Cam. Cool. They have to chump block, and they're trading for the 3-1. Very well. They draw a card. Sewer Valence Cam I will cast for free. It doesn't do much here, but it will next turn. Oh, tapper. Untap. Oh, I should have untapped Shredder. Fun. Remember, they have 11 or 6 more life here on board, so they're not nearly as low as they may seem. And we can't sack this for the blue, but I can make copies of it to tap something, if that seems to be the move. Tap up to one target creature and put a stun counter on it. Okay, well that will be the move this turn then. Because what we're going to do here... Oh gosh, another land. We'll play the land. We're going to make a copy of Sewer Valence Cam to untap Shredder. And then... Yeah. They see it. They see it. They're not keeping a board. I can put the mutagen on one of my other creatures and equip the skateboard to the other, and it makes it so that they have to block both creatures and both their things die. I get in for 2, and I get my Shredder trigger. Man, Shredder's insane. Hey, more 1-drops and 2-drops. I'm a fan. I think we'll actually start with the Squirrel Annoyance. It's a good blocker. Neither of these are ninjas, but that's okay. Has equipped 2 anyway. Let's see what we're doing here. Raphael. See, I had a feeling they were going to play some BS something here. I think I just immediately Death in the Family this. It is just one of them cards. Get in for my 1. This is why I played the Squirrel Annoyance. I had a feeling. Something in my gut. Also, green-red is not one of the supported archetypes, friend. Are you aware of this? Do you know this? You shouldn't be doing this. I want to use Zoo to kill a Zoo Escapees that bad. Not really. I think I just play the Katana and pass. See what they want to do. I'm fine if they use a removal spell on my filter. Turtle Lair. Uh-oh. That card's nuts. Target ninja or turtle can't be blocked this turn. Oof. Can't be used to activate abilities, though. Just cast ninjas and turtles. Yeah, I'm not giving you a mutagen for free. I'd rather you sneak something in and then I just stomp by the foot it. Completely honest here. Uh-oh. That is the best possible thing you could ever sneak. Right? Put a creature or land onto the battlefield. Oh. That's it? That's it? Okay. How much do I care? Oh, this is a weird spot. So I attack with the Squirrelinoids and they don't block. I put in Leonardo. Okay, yeah, I see the path. I just attack with the squirrel. If they want trade, I'm so down for that. Okay. Leonardo comes in for the squirrel. I get to equip the katana to him. Next, I gain 2 life, untap him, gain 2 life, untap him. He's now immediately a 4/4. And then I play Squirrelinoids and just pass. And if they try and give Michelangelo unblockable so they can drop a free creature into play, I just stomped by the foot it. Saccharine the filter, because that gives me a food that I can use to put another counter on Leonardo. I actually want to see them just try and make Leonardo or Michelangelo unblockable. If you're just going to attack, I'm going to block with my Squirrelinoids. If you have a ninja, you have a ninja. Why am I ever not doing this? If you have a trick, I just kill it. So they need double trick. Okay, take your mythic off the board. Deal? What is happening? I don't know what their plan was there, genuinely. I'm trying to imagine what the 2 cards in their hand could be, where you don't use the turtle layer. As enters, return up to 1 creature or food from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. You get Leonardo back. I play Stomped by the Foot, killing your reach creature, sacrificing my bird. It makes me a food. I play a land. I go to combat. I swing. The katana untaps it. You can force me to use the food here, but I don't. Yeah, it's just on board. Question is, do I just use the food anyway, put 1 more counter on this? I don't think I need to. This gains 2 more counters here and untaps it and gains me so much life. And I just play Squirrelinoids. So now you have Michelangelo back in hand, but how do you use him? Right, he doesn't have trample or any evasion. You have to play him and then make him unblockable and have something I care about dropping. Right, so you play him here. Do escapees, whatever. Pass. My turn, I don't sack the food. Make your move is gas. So they can triple. Yeah, they're just dead. So I attack, you double block however you want to double block. Yep, it has to be like that. I sack the food that you know about, put 1 counter on it. But then kill Michelangelo the Improviser. And I kill both your creatures, you make a mutagen, I gain 9 life and put 2 more counters on Leonardo. It's my pack one, pick one, remember. It's almost like our deck is sick around it. And we just win. Yeah, we have a 9/9 lifelink. That katana is so absurd is what really made the difference there. Huh. I do believe I keep this hand with double Death in the Family and every 2-drop ever. If they play nothing, I just play the pet. Play the Death Toucher first, because I'm more fine with attacking with it and more fine with it dying. Oh my goodness, Leonardo about to go insane. Surely they have removal for him, but a man can dream, right? Alright, play your Death in the Family. The only difference is I gained a life. I'm ready for your Death in the Family. Or play something you think would be able to block it. Please. Just play a 2-drop. Please. Play a frog. Play frog and lose. I top deck any land. No, don't remove it. It's not that big a deal. Just play a frog. Oh. Weird. Okay. If they double block, I'll Death in the Family one of the 1/1s. Okay. You forced my hand, opponent. Exile the one that's real. No artifacts in graveyard for you. Gets another counter. I gain 2 life off this exchange. I could have done that main phase, but then they're not blocking, so they just the same thing, but they've taken 2 more damage and they have a 1/1. I think it's way more relevant if they have no 1/1. Ooh, that's a nice card, given that we're not drawing lands. Might as well keep drawing cheap things. We got something with flash here, or is it just a removal spell for Leonardo? Death in the Family. There it is. Bad news for you. The rats are here. And they are hungry. Why is Squirrelanoids a squirrel? This should have been a rat. It should have been ratanoids. Alright, lands not happening is starting to become concerning, because a 4-drop I cannot remove with this. Oh, when this deals combat damage to a player, put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield. Tapped and attacking? What the hell is that? The first striker? Well, shucks. Well, we are blocking this at least. And if we draw a black source, we can play the pizza. But we're going to start running out of cards pretty quickly here to block with. And then I don't currently have anything in my graveyard, actually. That's a consideration. Maybe this turn I just don't block it. Keep my creatures. Because I have nothing in the graveyard. Alright, no blocks. Perfect. There's literally no creatures in any graveyards. You got me. Play something I can Death in the Family. Play a 3-drop. Whenever a player casts a spell, if mana costs less than its mana value, it deals 3 damage. Alright, I'm killing that. Yeah, sure. Show me your disappear trigger. No? Alright, I'm just gonna Death in the Family this. Mana efficient is important. Maybe they have Turtle and a Half Shell, or whatever the heck it is. The, Shell Power, the protection spell. Swamp? Second Rat King. That's pretty funny. I could play it to get a sack trigger, Because I lose the first Rat King. Gosh, this is so awkward, actually. Okay, I think what I do is I swing with the Rat King and Squirrelinoids. And then I bounce Squirrelinoids and replay it. No. Dum-dum. Because this gives me my disappear trigger for the Rat King. So I now get one more rat. The rats, they are growing. Really need another swamp for this pizza. It also means I'll be able to use foot ninjas, which is pretty great. Possibly better. Puts a lot of damage on the board. Yep. I think this time I'm going to chump block with a rat. In case they have an instant speed way to kill like the Verminster, and then they get my Verminster. That'd be very bad. They could also have more ninjutsu. And I'm making rats every turn now, so really comfortable just de-ratting my board. Oh, that's a big creature. Okay. Oh, that's such a bad draw, really? Alright. I swing with the 1/1. Surely you don't block it. If they block it, I'm just bouncing it. I'm just trying to get in for 1 extra damage. Okay. Yeah, I literally have nothing else to do with my mana. This is so sad. Alright. You got me, opponent. I just wanted 1 extra damage. How dare you play correctly. Alright. Rat King Verminster is very close to being big enough to actually matter. It's been a slow, painful grind up to here. Enters tapped. Okay, good to know. Literally, I want to go like swamp, land, land after that even. Okay. Well, I can't stop ninjutsu this turn anyway. I still have nothing in my graveyard. But I try to take Jenica off the board. I think I do. Alright. I'm also going to block like this. Do your worst, opponent. Please no have removal. Although this game's been doomed from the start. Not drawing a land this far into the game. What is this? I've drawn 13 cards. Stomp by the foot on the Verminster. And then the Verminster enters tapped and attacking, and because it's already after blockers, it's unblockable. Gross. Well, they now get the rat trigger. But joke's on them. I also start getting rat triggers here. Because I can just replay. Oh, goodness. Oh, this just exiled one of my 1/1s. Alright. Oh, they're just untapping their Shredder. Oh, not a Plains. You jerk. Got a Squirrelinoids in my graveyard. Yeah, well, you can't block this. Ha. Gotcha. I have a 5/5. Yeah, this game's super over. It was a good run. Oh no, we only have 1 loss. All right, we recover from this. We'll play it out. They could mess up, but pretty hard to imagine a way that I win from here is my issue. I think I have to chump block away my rats to prevent a free graveyard interaction. Keeping up my 5/5. It is a 5/5. 5/5s are big. Venus is, funny enough, more warranting of this kill spell I'm going to play. That has to go. Isn't that crazy? But Prehistoric Pet comes back. The 5/5 blocks the 4/4. Imagine a world where we actually win this game. Couldn't be me. Do they have their own Krang and Shredder? I wouldn't be surprised with how small the set is. We've seen only the one rare of the Shredder clone. Alright, 2 in the air. I do not care about that. Skateboard. Rock steady, can't be blocked by more than one creatures. Okay. Can tap target creature. Attack rock steady. It's a big dude. What I can do... Oh, I can't actually do all the things I want to do because this only untaps, or, this only bounces during my turn. Well, I play the Rat King, I sack the food, I gain 3 life, I make a 1/1 rat. I do not attack. I do not attack. The rat is here. We have chump blockers for days for Rocksteady, but if they have the black mountain cycler, the one we have, the swamp cycler, it makes it so rhinos have menace, and then this makes it so that boars and it can't be blocked by more than one creature, so they both make each other unblockable, which is pretty funny if you have both uncommons in play at the same time. Just double unblockables. But we have semi-stabilized, minus the fact that they have a 7/7. Pretty relevant. Yeah, 7/7 comes in. We chump block with the 1/1. Ninjutsu. Oh, that's pretty fun. Gain a life or lose a life and draw a card. And then they can exile something and return it. Oh, they're greeding. We like greed. Okay. You're gonna greed. I'm gonna attack greedily as well. And hope that you kill my ninjas. Or my pet. You can double block the 1/1s. Just kill something. Please kill something. Double block the prehistoric pet with 2 1/1s. Oh, perfect. I mean, that's not ideal, but I'm very fine with how that went, because it means I get to play Shredder. I go until I hit a non-land. Gosh dang it, that is not a good enough non-land card. I needed a bomb. I do not want this. Katana gains a lot of life. The problem is, if they have a land in hand, they get to just use this as a 3-mana 2/1 exile a thing. Permanently. I don't think I can keep the katana. I like it, but I can't. Yeah, they have the land. Ah, dang it. Well, no Shredder for me. It's Shredder. Where? Yeah, this card's really good. 7-mana 2/1 flyer, exile a creature. Okay. These are definitely attacks. I have to chump block this bomb. I don't really want to take 7. Alright, this has to be blocked. I don't really want them drawing a card and losing a life. But then I'm taking 11. Whatevs, man. I'm taking 11. I don't think we're ever winning this game. We needed to hit better than a dinky 2-drop off of our rare. I assume they're paying the 4 to prevent me from getting Krang and Shredder back. Yeah, that'll do her. It was a good run. Alright, run it back. Imagine we just curved out a little bit. Ugh. That hand was so good. Huh. Just curve out with Leonardo? I mean, it's pretty good. Especially with anchovy and banana pizza in hand. A filcher? I'm going to play Katana. I assume they're going to ninjutsu something, and then I'm going to death in the family, whatever it is they ninjutsu. That's not ninjutsuing. I'm a fan of them not ninjutsuing. Fear my 2-2. It's a 2-2 because the katana enters immediately. If they try to leave up blockers, I am just going to death in the family, whatever they leave up. Action New Screw has vigilance. Yep. I do your ninja thing. Oh, no ninjas. Okay. Death in the family? I assume you have your own removal spell for Leonardo. Yep. Oh, that's funny. He is still a 1-2. Oh. It gives this the ability of that. Interesting. So, Leonardo is kind of just dead in the water for a minute. Do I need to kill this Filcher with this pizza? I really feel like the answer is absolutely not. Okay. I couldn't have attacked it anyway, friend. End turn. Yeah, they have the farm, but I think we need to just let them gain a bunch of life here until we find something to do with our mana. This does not have flash. So I will just move this over. Thank you very much. Enters and leaves. Very fun. Yes. Leonardo's gonna knock at 1/1 counters, unfortunately. Until we find our destroy an artifact or enchantment. Or our pet bounces things. So we actually have 2 ways to bounce Leonardo back to our hand. So we can replay it and do things with him. Yeah, untap it, gain 2 life, whatevs. Nobody. Mark 1 over artifact, use scry 1. Foot ninjas. I could just trade off Squirrelinoids for nobody. It's not really trading it off, though. Interesting. Because they just put it under the farm. I think I just cast the Foot Ninjas. And move the katana over to it. Man, imagine my Leonardo was online. Or at least just gaining the counters right now. Ugh. He's so good. Make your move. Oh, that's pretty annoying. I will trade with nobody if they offer the trade. Okay. Rat King. That seems pretty good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana? He's not a ninja, huh? Not a ninja at all. Alright, I'll equip the katana. See how you want to do this, opponent. Time for me to start gaining some life here. You want to trade? Deal. Absolutely. Play the Rat King. And I will attempt to equip. Might as well. And make a 1/1. Give it a 1/1 counter. I assume they're going to have an answer to him, but we'll get there eventually. Uneasy Alliance, and that's the one you can exile to make a 1/1 as a sorcery. Alright, goodbye Rat King. You were fun. Alright, well they finally don't have the mana for the farm. I think I need to do this now. Goodbye Filcher. And then I put this on the rat. And my rat gets to start doing this first. Katana on katana violence. I don't think I play the land. I'm never sacking the banana pizza this turn. They're destroying my banana pizza. I just do not care. When this enters, tap a creature and put a stun counter. Gross. Alright. My rat. Do I want to trade? Not really. Or take my Leonardo off the board. Okay. Land. Just say go. We'll keep the pizza online for disappear things with Shredder and other disappearing cards like our other Rat King. Yeah. Damage adds up though. But eventually we get to block with Leonardo if we need to. Untap and gain 2 more life. It's going to be a long game. Trenchcoat. Kunoichi. When it enters, choose target creature. Exile the creature until it leaves the battlefield. Instead, just exile it. Okay. Take my 2 tap 2/2. Sure. I mean, if we draw another land here, we were already out of it, but yeah, we're 16 cards in, and we've seen 9 lands in our 16 land deck. So this is a land, of course. I guess that's not technically a land. It does draw me a card. And puts another disappear trigger available. Skateboard is also not nothing. We'll tap this permanent. Because if I equip the skateboard to this, and I equip the katana to this, it is a 2/2. I'm still not playing my land. I have 2 foods I can sacrifice now. Come on, let's trade. Yeah, you can move the katana over and then I can't block the turncoat. Oh. I mean, I'm going to block the turncoat if you're giving me the turncoat to block. Because I gain 2 life from this. Without having to sack my foods. My stuff has haste now. Oh, of course we top deck Prehistoric Pet of all things. Obnoxious. Although I assume they have removal. Take action. Move the skateboard onto it, 'cause why not? And I swing with my 3/3. Removal. Yep. Alright. We're not out of it yet. We still have the pizzas to sacrifice too, so 18 life, 4 damage on board. It's a slow, slow game. We've drawn at least another land on our opponent. We're up to 1 non-land permanent to its owner's hand. You should not bounce any of my permanents. Yeah. You could bounce the scientists, I guess. Oh, this does make the clock a lot faster, huh? No point in cracking the foods right now. Actually, I do want to crack this food because if I draw a beefy thing next turn that I need to play, I need to have the mana. That's a beefy thing. I don't know if it's good enough. Neither of these are going to be ninjas. We make this a 3/3. We equip the katana to this. We equip the skateboard to this. I go to combat. I swing with my 5/4. Happy to trade. Cool. I gain 2 life. I move this onto this. This gives +1 toughness. Very happy to trade here. Gain another 2 life. In the life game battle, we're both gaining 2 life, but I have a skateboard in play. And that is exactly why. Counterspell? That's not a counterspell. Skateboard. A removal spell? Katana. Combat. Swing, get a counter on my 2/2. Untap it, gain 2 more life. In the life battle, when you're lower, life gain matters more to you than it does to your opponent. Like another 2 life for them doesn't matter, but another 2 life to me did. Also, our opponent flooded at the end. We were flooding for like that whole mid game. We were just able to stabilize through. Alright, final game, no matter how it slices, we're 6-2. I keep this hand with a cheese pizza for turn 2 on the draw. And a stomp by the foot for ninja shenanigans. Love not seeing a 1-drop. Not really sure what they chose not to play there, but big fan of it. Love not seeing a 2-drop. I'm just playing my cheese pizza. Don't mind me. The Rat King. Alright, well, this hand's looking insane. I might sacrifice the cheese pizza. Okay, never mind. I'm just killing that. Go away. I was going to say words that just weren't going to be true, so I shut up. Mighty Mutimals, huh? Counter on the Mighty Mutimals. Okay, okay. I'm going to play Donatello. I'm worried about counter magic, so I am actually just going to do this main phase. Just going to do it main phase. If we have a way to ninjutsu, this gains us 3 life, but more likely what I'm doing next turn is playing Mighty Mutimals and putting counters on Leonardo. Start stacking them up. Also, I'm giving them something to remove, right? Like, we haven't seen any removal from them, so I assume they have a plenty of it. And I want to get that out of their hand. I do not care about this 2-2. Ninjutsu me, I don't care. Okay. Never mind. Play a 4-drop. Something boring and fair. What the heck is this? Whenever a vehicle attacks, whenever this vehicle attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature that crewed it, and if it's a mutant or turtle, double. That is a mutant. I see all the things you're doing, opponent. Have you considered... This is a 4/4? Have you considered I just don't care? Do-do-do. I am 100% double blocking your 4/4 with 2 2/2s. Well, actually, they need to remove Sally Pride this turn, or this is a problem. Okay, that just kills a token. I love that for you, opponent. But it doesn't deal with Sally Pride. I think you just died a Sally Pride. Because now I'm not blocking. You can put 2 counters on the mutant. I care not. I'm going to play Mighty Mutinals. You're letting me do Leonardo things? No blocks. Is this a ninjutsu for Koya? It's pretty good here. Michelangelo? Or sorry, Leonardo common? For 1 white. That would be what I would expect. Oh, Leonardo rare for 1 white. Oh, get your 1/1. Alright, land is cool. Land is cool. What's the best way to do this? Bouncing Sally Pride after attacks? For next turn replaying her? I mean, that seems good to me. So we play the Rat King. We go to combat. We attack with everybody. We get 1/1 counters. I foot ninjas for Sally Pride. Gain 3 life, put another counter on Leonardo. Gain 4 more life and put a counter on Leonardo, and then make a 1/1 to chump block with. And then next turn we play Sally Pride and make 1, 2, 3, 4 2/2s off of her. I could even play Mighty Mutimals instead. They can exile my 3/3 here. If they exile over Rat King, I can't block Leonardo, which was my plan. But then I just get the Rat King back, so I'm like not too worried about it. My life gain is way over the top of theirs. Oh, they could also reset Leonardo. That's cute. I like that for them. Cheese Pizza does gain me 3 life, though, to put counters back on him. Koya Death from Above. Sure. The issue is you're just not winning this life race. You can crew using Leonardo on the turtle van. My stuff's just going to get too big too fast, right? They just don't know that, though. Okay. I mean, I can't block the 3-1. Ninjutsu now? More ninjutsu? You have another way to use Koya? This is pretty sick. Target opponent mills half their library. Okay. That doesn't matter at all. But it does put Koya back into their hand for them, I guess, which is cool. Land. I'm just going to play Mighty Mutimals here. Sally Pride comes down next turn. Because then I get a 1-1 counter for every Sally Pride trigger also. Let's cruise for 4. Does that. I think it goes on Leonardo. And then I go to combat. Eat my shorts. No. I just attack for the 5-5. I will trade Foot Ninjas off for something here. And if they don't trade it off to give me my free disappear, then I sack the pizza anyway to gain 3 life for the disappear. I should have actually put the 1-1 counter on this 3-3 so it could also attack as a 4-4, and they have to choose how they want to block. And then Sally Pride comes down next turn and makes so much creatures, and then all those creatures give me alliance triggers. It's just too much. Okay. Walk with 2 4-4s. I kill the turtle van. I move my end step and I make a rat, which gives me a counter for Leonardo. I can also now sack 3 rats to get back Prehistoric Fet, Foot Ninjas, Leonardo. It's probably just Foot Ninjas if I was going to do anything. Let's see what they're going to exile here. They don't have the black, so whatever they exile comes back. If they exile a rat, do I just do the Rat King? I assume they were doing a 3-3. That was one of the thoughts I had about not putting the counter on it, because it's like, how much does it really do for me if I do? Okay. You are bold, attacking for 3 here. Well played, friend. There's a hole in your plan. And Sally Pride sized. Land don't matter much to me. I would like 1,000,000 triggers. You're 8. Okay. Leonardo needs at least 1 of these triggers. Probably 2. And then the rest go on this mutant because it's the one that can attack. I get 1 more trigger. We'll put it on Leonardo again. Just make Leonardo huge. Go to combat. Swing like... If I swing like this and they block a 6 and a 4, they take 4, but they gain life off of Leonardo, so I can't kill them ever. So I'll just attack with this, and they have to block. I don't care if the Rat King dies. Because they have to double block then and jump block with Leonardo. So they take 4 down to 4, gain 3. I gain 1,000,000. And this game seems pretty over to me. Looks like we're going 7 wins. Drawing a land ain't gonna do it, opponent, but I don't really think there's a card in your deck that does. Just gonna guess. I know, all the cards in the set, I don't know of any that just win the game there. I guess if they had the rare that switches a creature they control with a creature I control. No, because they didn't have a creature, right? So, yeah. I don't know if they had the 3-1. Either way, I don't think that even does it. They get neat Leonardo and then what? But 7 wins. Little black-white ninjas. I did say this was one of the strongest decks in this version of a set for TMNT, and I think this really showed it. Very aggressive, efficient cards. powerful bombs, and, you know, we never really felt like we weren't doing proactive things. The games we lost one game to not hitting lands, and we lost one game to flooding, which is going to happen with decks like this because you're running a little bit less lands, and then, you know, if you hit those lands, your deck isn't very good at using it. But Krang and Shredder really pulled their weight as a way on the top end to make good use of that mana, and Sally Pride single-handedly won like 2 games on her own. She's crazy. Also, Mighty Mutinals is basically a rare. This card is nuts. It's a 4 mana 2/1 that has to be removed and makes a 3/3 that you cannot remove first. Would you pay 4 mana for a 3/3 that forces your opponent to get rid of a removal spell out of their hand? Oh, also, if they don't have a removal spell, this card just runs away with the game. Katana has been really impressive as a way to very efficiently gain life, untap your creatures, give them like pseudo vigilance, all those fun things. And then other than that, we had a prehistoric pet, which was fun, and of course the double Rat King and our pack one pick one Leonardo. Leonardo I actually think is one of the weakest rares in our deck, but when it gets going, it feels pretty unstoppable. This is a must remove card in the early game. Thankfully, it's just a 2/2, assuming you snuck it in. So being able to block it effectively is good, but there's a lot of ways that you can make it hard to block. And if your opponent has those things, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Also, because we pack one pick one it, we built around it, taking cards like Quintessential Katana, the pizza, which we were going to take anyway, but all the foods in the format go really well with it. Foot Ninjas gains life, Omni Pizza gains life, Filter makes a food, which gains us life. So we had a lot of ways that we could pretty effectively gain some life outside of just Leonardo's lifelink. And that's the deck. Once again, I'm not really sure how many of these drafts I'll do. I've been having fun, but even in this draft, we saw a lot of the same cards again, and I'm going to keep playing these until the fun wears off, but let me know in the comments if you're enjoying watching them, because that's what I'm really doing this for. So if you like watching TMNT, let me know. Is there a deck you really want me to play, or, you know, some commons and uncommons you want me to look for? Let me know in the comments. But more important than any of that, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks.